Thank you, Mr. President, Excellencies, distinguished colleagues. It's my honor to have this opportunity to address you today. We are daily reminded of humanity's capacity for cruelty through ongoing global humanitarian crisis, compelling us to face a stark reality. Russia's war against Ukraine, the crisis in Middle East, Africa, and beyond underscore the urgent need to address human rights violations. Last December, we honored the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. We collectively reaffirmed our strong commitment to uphold human rights and dignity of every individual. Yet, despite our commitments, a systematic crackdown on civil society and the repressions of political opposition and critical voices are growing. Just 10 days ago, we witnessed the tragic death of Russian opposition figure Alexei Navalny. We must speak out and refuse to ignore the unjust detention of political prisoners, human rights defenders, journalists in Russia, Belarus, or in any other country. We just passed the 2-year mark since Russia launched an unprovoked, full-scale invasion of Ukraine, and it has been more than 10 years since the very beginning of Russia's aggression against Ukraine. The Human Rights Monitoring Mission and the Independent International Commission of Inquiry on Ukraine have exposed a range of violations by Russia. Its aggression against Ukraine has not only violated international law on a large scale, but has also been recognized as war crimes and crimes against humanity. Such type of horrific acts demands immediate international response and accountability for those responsible. We condemned the horror committed by Hamas on 7th of October, and we demand the immediate and unconditional release of all hostages. Also, we expressed our concern about the humanitarian situation in Gaza and emphasized the importance of always ensuring the protection of all civilians in line with international humanitarian law. Conflicts and wars dramatically challenge the future of the younger generation. What future waits if we ignore Russia's genocidal actions against Ukrainian children, including their illegal deportation, illicit adoption, forced issuance of Russian passports? The International Criminal Court must execute arrest warrants for Putin and Lvova Belova for these crimes against Ukrainian children. Lithuania, hosting about 26,000 Ukrainian children, is dedicated to their protection and well-being. Lithuania's top priority is to ensure that Ukrainian children feel safe and forget the horrors they have experienced as soon as possible. Unaccompanied children from Ukraine receive immediate guardianship upon arrival. Additionally, Lithuania supports initiatives to aid children within Ukraine, including rebuilding infrastructure and schools, creating safe shelters, and maintaining conscious access of education. Ensuring human rights of persons with disabilities remains a cornerstone of Lithuania's commitment to social justice and equality. Lithuania's policies are now focused on capacity building and fostering independent living. We are broadening opportunities in the labor market. We provide support for employers in recruiting and accommodating employees with disabilities. This year, we started implementing disability policy reform, a major step towards global disability inclusion. To enhance lives of persons with disabilities, our reform is focused on improving disability assessment, targeted support, enhanced access to essential services, and accessible public information for all. Furthermore, we are committed to supporting Ukrainians with disabilities who have been forced to flee from war. Distinguished colleagues, our commitment to upholding human rights and dignity, both domestically and globally, should remain persistent. We must stand in solidarity with the victims and survivors of human rights violations and work to hold perpetrators accountable. Ensuring justice and accountability is essential to preventing future violations and establishing peace that could last. I take this opportunity to renew Lithuania's pledge. We remain committed to putting children's rights first and making sure women and girls have all their human rights protected. We condemned all forms of violence against women and children worldwide and stand firmly in support of Ukraine in the face of unprovoked brutal war of aggression until its full victory is achieved. Thank you.